So this generation has been amazing at quickly adopting new business models that are put out there. So not only are they almost inventing new models, but they're quickly adapting to them. So things like the sharing economy, which is the most obvious model to discuss, that was introduced with companies like Airbnb and Couchsurfing, and quickly, these adoption rates have been so, people have embraced them in the millennial generation. And it seems that with all types of innovative ideas that people are putting out in the market, that this generation is doing that. And I think a lot of it is because, you have a generation that grew up on the internet. They're not, they didn't have to learn the internet. They didn't have to learn social media like previous generations did. And so that mindset of things are easy access, things are, you can talk to people around the world and get those ideas. You're connected with people. Those are the reasons why it's a very different style generation than before. I think they'll change a lot, as they are in every industry. Already you see it in terms of shorter term places, like hostels. The type of hostels that I stayed in where, they didn't really have any services. They were just kind of jamming people in. And now you go to them and there's bars and there's really decked out common rooms, and of course there's Wi-Fi, and of course there's other types of services that are involved, and I think that translation is going into the student market as well. They want these services. They're looking for places with innovation. They're looking for places to connect with each other. In San Francisco, they're going even to the next level, where there's live and workplaces where people are working together as entrepreneurs and also living together and creating social communities around that. And education is really needing to look at what's happening with this generation. There are a lot of them rejecting going to these institutions, not just because of financial reasons, but because they don't feel like they're being prepared for the generation, for the world that they live in today. And so how broadly that will happen, I can't predict that, but it is interesting to see that reaction that's going on right now. And so there's every time there's a disruption, there's a huge opportunity. And the industries that have been embracing it, are really starting to benefit from that. So how can you create products that really, or programs or styles of learning or spaces for learning and innovation that can enhance the whole experience? I would really focus on the common areas and focus on what, not just creating a common space that has a cool TV and things like that, but I would look and try to be influenced by maker spaces. I try to be influenced by innovation hubs right now, and places where people are really creating something, and even art studios. What is that about? Bring in the creativity, bring in the fun, bring in the different ways to interact and to socialize, because I think that the real sparks happen when there's a place that they can play.